Busy counting down to Christmas. There's a whole new year waiting for us. So what's set to happen with some big names in 2019? Let's ask psychic Rose Smith for her predictions.
Yeah.
Welcome, Rose. Thank you.
Hi.
It's been a very interesting 2018. It's going to be a more interesting 2019, some say. Now, first up, the man who's dominated many headlines in 2018, of course, the US President Donald Trump. And you've got an interesting prediction for him, do you?
Yes, I do. There's been a lot of talk of impeachment in the last few days, but I actually don't see him being impeached.
Ooh.
I actually see him resigning sensationally and out of the blue. So I don't think, when I concentrate on the word impeachment, I just see a lot of mouths going like this. So there's a lot of talk about it, but
I don't think you're the only one seeing that. I think everyone's seeing
a lot of talk.
So you
wow,
think
so bad health.
issues?
There you go.
Yes, yes. Look,
It's in the graphic, so it must be true.
absolutely, yes, in my crystal ball.
Wow. That's
Health
amazing.
issues, he does have a lot of health issues. I feel, particularly in the digestive area, the solar plexus. But this might not be the real reason that he resigns. So this is like an excuse. He needs an excuse to resign because he's got so much
Right.
pressure being put on him politically. And all this talk of impeachment and a lot of things that are maybe, you know, kept under the carpet. It's
There'll be a
like...
get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
Possibly
so-
quite literally.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
Sounds like he's got a small pain in the Moscow area. Staying on politics, but here at home, we'll of course face a federal election sometime in the first half of 2019, looking like May at the moment. Your prediction for Prime Minister Scott Morrison is?
Well, you don't have to be psychic to know that the Liberal Party are not going to continue on in government in this country next year. However, what I saw for Scott Morrison was very similar to what I saw for Kim Beazley years and years ago, and that is a corridor with a lot of doors on the side. So when the doors are opened up, there's a lot of light coming in, a lot of opportunity.
Hospital? No?
Ambassador.
New jobs, new opportunities, and
Off to Washington.
he will be greatly relieved to move on to these new opportunities. It's like a sense
So
of
he won't stay on
freedom.
as opposition leader.
No, I think he'll stand down
You say
very
he's going to
quickly.
head towards the light. Doesn't that mean you...
Not in this case.
Right, okay, just wanted to
Not
check.
in this case, because there's lots of
know.
opportunities. So
It's not bad. It's
no,
all
no, no,
right.
no,
And
not
you
at all.
think Bill Shorten will be Prime Minister?
Yes. Now, Bill Shorten, I saw him very clearly the other night in my dreams. And he was standing there with a great big grin on his face and a bunch of flowers, and he was celebrating.
Oh, gosh, that sounds like a nightmare, not a dream. But
I think
Well-
he just won Miss Congeniality.
so he's standing there with a smile.
He had a
flowers.
smile, but it was fake. And it was fake news, the smile. So what I got, the feeling was he was actually disappointed. They didn't do as well as they thought they would.
In the election.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Now, another huge name this year, arguably the most influential man in the world, Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, yes, that's...
What's he going to do in 2019?
That's
Not
another-
testify, presumably.
That's another man I dream about. Do you? Yeah, I dreamt about Mark Zuckerberg several times. So firstly, his wife, Priscilla Chan, she's got a new baby, so she could fall pregnant next year and have the baby either the end of 2019 or into 2020. And I think it's a little girl. I could see her holding the baby like this. But
bury the lead.
Yeah,
Facebook
crash.
What's that?
Facebook to crash?
yeah,
Are you serious?
that was another dream I had just a couple of nights ago. So I was on the train with Mark Zuckerberg, and the train, as it was going through, I think it's called like switching points, and it was like changing tracks, and the whole train rolled over, and there was all these dead bodies. And Mark and I had to get out and try and step around the dead bodies, and there was a man that was impaled on a steel pole. It was awful.
You sure you weren't just dreaming about the New South Wales Light Rail project? Just...
No.
I don't know.
So you think the entire Facebook will collapse?
No, not to that point. It is very
And you
serious,
think that the company will crash? Or the
if you own shares in Facebook, because I don't, but if you did, I think now would be a good time to sell, because the whole business model is going to be changed. There's going to be like a government taxes put on them, and this needs to be worked out, because it could be that the advertisers need to stump up for the extra tax. So their business model's going to change dramatically.
Had it good for a long time. Now, you've got some predictions for us. Is that correct? We've got
let's just
envelopes that
put
you've
these.
given us. They're very sweet.
Yes,
for that.
so this is a little gift which is more in detail. So I'll just briefly go through what I got for each of you.
I'm scared.
Oh, don't
Start
be
with-
scared.
Am I going back to modelling?
Let's start with Ange.
Okay, we'll start with Ange. Now, for you, Ange, you've always had a voice and been expressive and communicating, but next year your voice is going to come with much more power, and I see you expressing yourself and doing a lot of writing, and I also get the newspapers around you a lot. I don't know, because I live in Queensland, so I don't know if you're involved with the newspapers here, but I saw it several times, and it was like I kept seeing the newspapers on the presses. So more of that, and a lot of inspiration and creativity coming to you next year, and you're going to make more money.
So, hold that thought. What about me?
Yes, well, I was really, really surprised
Stay
by
with the
you.
more money thing. Why?
Well, because you're such a smart guy, intellectually, and normally when somebody's really intelligent, it's difficult for them to pick up spirit. But you're going into a spiritual year, and you're going, because what I saw for you
Does
was
spiritual mean money?
later, not next year necessarily. You might feel a little bit frustrated next year, because I saw this great silver river of soul energy flowing down through your body into the ground, and it's like you're going to be feeling very creative, but it will take a little bit of time before you actually get the jobs that you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
coming.
Okay.
All right, I'm nervous. Give it to me.
The words I got for you at 4 a.m. yesterday morning was "lovely lady," and with your face, right here. When I was like, oh, okay.
Not the person you want to see in bed, but
So your year next year is going to be more exciting and more fun. And there's also some energy for trips. And I saw like a yacht, a white yacht.
You're going to buy the yacht?
On the ocean. Now it could be actual. You could physically go on a yacht, or
You're going to float your boat.
or it could actually mean that that's how you're running your life. And so it could be like a metaphor for how you're running your life. And I get that also you're going to be very short with people about what you want. You're going to put your foot down.
look out, Carol. Look out, Joe Hildebrand.
And me?
Yeah, so Scotty gets a yacht, Ange gets money, and I get a spiritual enlightenment. Thanks very much, guys.
Yes, and Natasha, I saw you holding a baby next year. But it's not your baby. It's not your baby, I don't think. So it was a baby, and you're holding the baby like this, and it was someone very close to you.
Yeah.
So
Might want to
I don't
speak to your
think it's
husband about that, Tash.
I can see an episode of Jerry Springer. But anyway, it sounds very interesting year ahead. I love babies. Rose, thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
joining
Rose.
us.
Cheers.
Thank you.